Hello, it's Karen, the neighbourhood witch, and today I've been making this black mirror for scrying. If you don't know what a black mirror is, it's a scrying tool similar to a crystal ball. Many people find that it's easier to work with a black mirror rather than a traditional crystal. They used to be made with the glass domes from the front of a clock or an old-fashioned watch, and they used to be blackened using the soot from a candle flame. I'm going to show you today how to make one using modern materials. For the mirror part of your black mirror, you're going to need some kind of ideally curved surface. Now, for me, as I'm filming this, it's July 2022. I got these on Amazon last week. They are shaker domes, circle. Manufacturer is Sizzix. The catalogue number is 663-649. You get 6 in a packet. This size is 2.5 inches. There was a larger size, which I have also ordered and is coming next week. The larger size, I think there were 4 in a packet. There are fads and trends in card making, in card craft. At the moment, these are available. You can't always guarantee that they're going to be available. So if you see them and you've got any idea of possibly making a black mirror in the future, grab them. You know, put them in a drawer, put them somewhere safe, but have them on hand, because if you want to do this in the future, you may not be able to find these. So if you can't find them, what is your alternative? Okay, so the alternative is possibly something like this. So this is a fillable Christmas tree bauble. Now these are pretty much always available either in craft stores or in Amazon. They come in different sizes from very, very tiny to very, very big. So if you can't find one of these babies, and the reason why I like them is because they've got a nice shallow curve to them and they've got a nice flat edge for gluing things down. This is an alternative, and I'm going to show you making your black mirror with both of these surfaces. Okay, you're going to need something to put your mirror into. This is just a little cardboard box that came in a pack of 2 from the range, I believe it was. The 2 of them were £1, so this is 50p worth. The box that you use is to some extent dependent on the curved surface that you're going to use. So you need to make sure, particularly with the Christmas tree bauble, you need to make sure that it's going to fit inside, because otherwise it's not going to be good. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take half of my Christmas tree bauble and my shaker dome, couldn't think what it was called for a moment, and I'm going to paint the outside surfaces of both of them black. Before I start painting things, I've cut myself a couple of pieces of packaging card, came from Amazon actually, that will help me in the construction of the black mirror. I wanted something that would support my Christmas tree bauble, that it could rest on. So I cut this piece of cardboard. I cut it so that it fit just inside the box. So the box is 80mm in diameter. So I cut this 78mm in diameter. And after a bit of trial and error, I found that cutting this at 66mm was about the right diameter to support the Christmas tree bauble in the way that I wanted to. Now my Christmas tree bauble is 70 millimeters in diameter. I'm not sure whether I've mentioned that yet. If I haven't, I have now. I also cut this piece of card, which is again 78 millimeters in diameter, but this time I cut the interior at 2.5 inches, which in millimeters is, I'm going to say that's about 62 millimeters internal diameter. I did these on my my die cutting machine, and I also cut out a piece of black card that's the same size as this piece. So yeah. First of all, I want to say that I'm sorry for the poor quality of this bit. I filmed it on my phone. So just going to explain what I'm doing at the moment. I gave the dome and the bauble 3 coats of black paint so that they were fully opaque, and I painted the cardboard circles and the inside of the lid with black paint as well. Before I painted the inside of the box, I cut a piece of card from a packing box so that it was about 1 inch or 2.5 centimeters wide and long enough to go around the inside of the box. Then I glued it inside the box and painted it black. And when I'd done that, I left everything to dry. The black paint has now dried, and while I had my painting kit out, I decided to go ahead and paint the outside of the box. And I chose purple because this is going to be a gift for my friend who loves purple, and she also loves bats. So I am going to decorate it further with bats. Now, the lid doesn't matter as much. You can do this after you've assembled the whole thing, but I do find it easier to decorate the base before I start putting the workings, if you like, inside. So I have got this pattern cut out of black vinyl. It's a black glittery vinyl. It's called gemstone vinyl. It's very pretty actually. And I did it obviously with my die cut, with my electronic cutting machine, my Silhouette Cameo. You could put whatever design you like on your box. It just has to be whatever you like. And I'm going to keep this down towards the bottom because I don't want to get in with the lids. And forgive me if I become completely incoherent at this point, because I do have to concentrate. Otherwise my bats will be all over the place. So I also have another border and a central decal there to go on the lid of the box. I shall do that off camera. I won't make you suffer through watching me do all of that again. But there is my pattern on my box, and I'm quite happy with that. To assemble the Christmas tree bauble version, I'm going to start off with my support ring, and I'm just going to push it into the box so that it rests on that piece of cardboard that we put on the inside. It doesn't seem to be resting too nicely. Let's give it a little bit of a helping hand, a bit of encouragement. Okay. Then I'm just going to drop my Christmas tree bauble inside, and I'm going to take another one of the rings, and I'm just going to run a little bead of adhesive. Now we're using a multi-purpose adhesive here because this is cardboard and that is plastic. Let's get away the stringy bits, and I'm just going to stick that down on top and try not to get more glue on there, but it doesn't matter because I have my piece of black card on top. We are slightly proud, but that's not going to bother us. And I'm just going to glue this on. And that will just cover a multitude of sins. So to assemble the version with the shaker dough, first of all I'm going to put in one of my spacer pieces. So that is 3, 2, 1. For the version with the shaker dough, I'm going to take 3, 2, 1. For the version with the shaker dough, I have my spacer piece, which I'm going to rest on my lip of card. I have my dome, which has had 3 good coats of black acrylic, so that if I hold it up to the light I can't see any bare patches. Try and keep the adhesive off the shaker dough, not like what I just did. Or you could just glue the card. Would probably have been easier, but we're here now. And that drops in and fits in the space that I've left for it. Let's just make sure that everything's nicely centered. A little bit of pressure. And now I can remove the covering strip. I'm going to try and keep my fingers off it. Here's my piece of black card cut to size, and that fits around the edge, and that is done. There it is, the completed dark mirror. Well, actually it's only almost completed, because at the moment I haven't stuck the mirror part into the box because I wasn't sure which version I was going to like better, and I think I've decided that I do like the version with the shaker dome better. Before I put it in, I've got space at the bottom so I can put in a few magical herbs, maybe some mugwort, maybe some other things, and possibly a crystal or two. An amethyst crystal would be nice in there, and possibly some lapis lazuli. Once I've adhered that down, I can also look inside the lid, which could do with another coat of black paint because there are some white patches here and there, and while I'm at it I could paint a magical symbol or a sigil in there. So that's it for today. Thank you very much for joining me. Hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope you come back and see me again sometime soon. But for now, bright blessings. Bye bye. But I do need this one. Did you have to, Misty?